Thank you again. Dania, you should be able to see the questions now. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Alexander. Thank you very much, and for all the support on the technical issues. And let's start now with the questions, one by one, I assume. The first one, is there any tool to quick evaluate the expected energy savings and or comfort for a particular type of building? And should we try to answer these questions, or should I read them all? I assume that the answer to this...
I would suggest that it's better to go through to answer each one in turn, unless they are somehow connected.
Okay. So probably Aphrodite can give an answer to that.
Yes. I'm not sure if the participant is referring to European conditions or in general, but we were working on a European project a few years ago, and a tool has been developed. Actually, it was developed by Dania, and it calculates, let's say, the expected energy savings from the application of cool roofs for several European climates. It does not give information about comfort from buildings. For this, you need to do some more, let's say, detailed calculations using other simulation tools like Transys or Energy Plus, Design Builder, etc., that can give you this kind of detail. Also, if you are referring to, let's say, global conditions, I know that for the U.S. There is also a similar tool that calculates energy savings in a quick way. In any case, you can use the simulation tools, the dynamic simulation tools, in order to evaluate the impact of cool roofs on energy savings and comfort conditions for any climatic conditions you want. But for a quick solution, I think you have tools available for the US and for Europe.
Okay, thank you, Aphrodite. So let's move to the second question. What is the average payback time for a cool roof in Mediterranean climates? Heinz, would you like to answer to that?
Oh, I mean, if you go back to the slide which I showed from the States, of course, this is not the Mediterranean climate or not Europe, but where we could say we can save, let's say, €1 per square meter per year. So it doesn't take so much, because if you say, okay, cool roof membrane is maybe €1 or €2 more expensive than a standard one, it takes you 1, 2, 3 years.
Yes, that's my. Sometimes can be depends on the type of the building, the payback period. Sometimes can be less than a year, depending if the building is very bad situation. But as an average, could be 2 to 3 years. That's also my impression on that. So, are there specific environments which are particularly in favor for the durability of cool roofs, e.g., salt spray ocean? Oh, who would like to take that?
Well, Dania, I think this is a very, let's say, generic question. I think that it depends on the product type and on many conditions. For example, there are some products that do not behave well in very polluted areas. Others in, as the participants say, close to, let's say the sea. But I think it really depends on the product type or the product formulation. I'm not sure we can give a general answer. It's product and formulation specific, in my view. I don't know if Heinz wants to add something.
Yeah, Heinz, you would like to add something on that?
The experience which I have from the last years and from the States, where we have much really old buildings already, in Florida, for example, and I think the question was related to sea salt. So with single-ply membranes, this is definitely not an issue. I mean, concerning durability. The other thing is pollution, of course. If you are next to a coal-fired power plant, this is something which is much more tricky, because then maintenance is even more important. But sea salt, as the question was addressed to, shouldn't be that much an issue, especially not with single-ply membranes.
Okay, yes, I think that answers the question. But there are cool materials that can be favorable and durable to salt spray ocean. So the next question: are the certification labs focused on specific products areas? Will there be more in the future? More certification labs or more products?
I think we can answer that.
Yes, but yeah.
Okay, so the certification labs are focused on specific standards. Of course, this is related to products. For example, if someone wants to measure tiles, he needs to find, or curved tiles, let's say, he needs to select a lab that is equipped with a reflectometer, as they cannot be measured with a spectrophotometer. All this information is contained in the product rating manual, but of course you can have a very quick response if you contact the laboratories directly. Regarding the second question, if it refers to laboratories, there is an open call for laboratories. So we want to have more labs. We know that we will have one more lab in the near future. It is one from France. And if it refers to products, yes, I think so. Yes, it is. I mean, the product rating program has started, let's say, the last year. Yes, so it is a matter of promotion, and I'm sure that this will be done in the following months and years.
Yes, I think, Heinz, would you like to add something on that?
Maybe on products. I mean, there is not just for our company. I can speak for everyone producing. There's a constant development, of course, of materials, especially on the question before. Durability was the most important, maybe, and maybe the other issue is the development for material which with a lower tendency for soiling. So I mean, self-cleaning. We will never have such a really self-cleaning membrane or coat, but materials which tend to less dirt pickup, for example. This is something where everybody works on.
Okay, I think we have also this question. Now the next one is: does the variety of roofs allow for most to be able to become cool, or there are many instances where these products cannot be applied? As far as I know, all types of roofs can become cool. I would like to also ask Heinz from the market side to say a few things about the variety of cool roof products. Yeah, Heinz, would you like to take this?
Yeah, in fact, basically you're right, Enya, thanks. But probably you have seen the picture with the many roof lights, or with the sockets for the tubes. Of course, these roofs are not really the single-ply roofs. So, but you have the selection. You can take the coatings for these kind of roofs. But in case if you have a large shopping center, for example, like you've seen in the picture before, with not many obstacles, no elevators or AC units, there you go for single plies to be very, very quick. But in fact, the shape of roof is not limited.
Yes. So yes, mainly it's so we can say that all can become cool.
right. You will always find the right material to cover or to watertight your crazy shaped roof.
Okay, the crazy shaped roofs. Yes. Okay. Okay. Now, finally, are the cool roof coatings potentially better or worse on different substrates? My initial reaction is there is no better or worse. Depends on the characteristics of the coating. But I would like to also ask Aphrodite to say a few things if she wants, or also Heinz again.
I think Heinz.
Heinz, yes.
I agree with you, but I think it depends on the substrate which product you should apply. And I think that Heinz already presented some examples of different kinds of roofs and different solutions that were applied. But I think that for every substrate there is, let's say, the optimum solution.
Yeah, this is perfectly right. For example, if you have mineral wool, a soft mineral wool insulation on a roof, you will never, or you should never, for example, go for an tiered membrane. Then you go definitely for a mechanical fastened one, and you would find many other examples like this. As Aphrodite said, for every build-up, there is a designated coating or a membrane, and these are tested systems. Where technical values are behind, and I would say I would dare to say that for every build-up you will find the right solution.
Yes, I agree. So we finished with the questions, Alexander. Are there any more questions from the audience?
Sorry, as far as I can see, no more questions. That's it. Let me just check.
Okay.
Also in the chat, because sometimes there are questions that land up in the chat. No. No other questions. So we could conclude here. I don't know if you would like to say any closing words. From my part, I will say just that, like all other QUALICHeCK webinars, this will be put online in a couple of weeks. Hopefully, we will be able to re-record Heinz's presentation so that it doesn't suffer from the technical issues we had, and include it normally within the framework of this of the full webinar. That's it from my part.
Okay, Alexander, thank you very much for giving us the opportunity to discuss the potential and possibilities for applying cool roofs and cool materials. Also, I would like to thank Aphrodite and Heinz for presenting our work and the role of ECRC and all the different applications and potentials for European Cool Roofs Council. I would like also to thank you, attendees, for being here with us. So that's all from my part.
Okay. Thank you all. Thank you very much. And we'll hopefully see you in one of our next webinars.
Okay.
So that's it for the moment. Thank you.
Thank you.
As well.
Thank you. Bye-bye.